The first of what will be a number of hearings took place last week in Austin as lawmakers said they want to get to the bottom of what happened to cause the failure of the state's power grid, causing dozens of deaths and billions of dollars in damage. There's already been lawsuits filed. One of them included on behalf of a family after the death of their son. There are others on the way as well. Harris County Attorney Christian Menefee has said he is also looking into legal action on behalf of the county against all of those responsible for those deadly energy failures. Attorney Menefee joins me this morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Tell me, why take action on behalf of the county when that state investigation is still underway?
Sure. Residents of Harris County and people across the state languish without power and water in freezing weather trying to keep their families safe. And we know that some folks were without power for up to 55 hours straight. I don't believe that we can leave our fate in the hands of the state, because we know that back in 2011, the state received recommendations after a hard freeze event from FERC and NERC, two national entities, about our state's weatherization and lack of capacity with our electronic grid. Harris County, as you know, is the third most populous county in the country, more populous in 25 states. I believe that our local government should be ensuring that any investigation looks after the best interests of the people who live here. So that's why we're conducting an investigation at the Harris County Attorney's Office.
So what are you hoping will come of it? Monetary damages, the people impacted, or what? Or just the knowledge and making sure that you can put in rules and enforcement of winterization rules? What's the outcome you hope for?
We're still early in the investigation, but I'd say that there are three main things that we're after here. One is information. I think that after what Harris County residents went through, folks deserve to know what happened, who made which decisions, and why they decided the things that they decided that resulted in such damage to people. Two, that information, of course, can be used by private citizens to the extent that they decide to hold folks accountable with respect to the individual damage that they suffered. But then also, we believe that there was likely some damage to county properties, right? The county had a lot going on during this period. We were putting a bunch of folks in emergency services out to try to solve the problems that were happening. And at the same time, we lost power at many of our facilities, including one of the jails downtown. I think it's important to investigate to determine whether there was any harm to Harris County government itself.
So somewhere along this process, you need to talk with Commissioner's Court to get a certain authority to go forward and do this sort of thing. How does that work? What kind of authority are you looking for?
Well, right now, we know that we already have authority to investigate the issue. I believe that my office can independently set up the initial investigation of it. But we have requested from Commissioner's Court the authority to represent Harris County in any legal action that stems from this investigation. So typically the process works, we put it on the Commissioner's Court agenda, and then it goes for a vote before the County Commissioner's Court, which of course is 4 commissioners and the county judge. I am cautiously optimistic that we will receive that approval, given that Commissioner Garcia has already put on the agenda for my office to look into the legal potential of us leaving the ERCOT grid and instead plugging into another electronic grid. And Judge Hidalgo has publicly stated on several occasions that she supports our efforts to look into the issues and to hold folks accountable.
Wow, that would be groundbreaking to move to try to leave, so that anything can happen out of this. I'm sure that's part of your research. What is your timetable with all of this? What do you, I know the investigation is underway. Is there any kind of time limits on what you're trying to do at this point?
I think the most important thing for my office is to be thorough in our investigation and to ensure that any action that stems from this is based in facts and not in anything else. Right now, we know that there are several committees at the state legislature, both in the House and the Senate, that are conducting hearings. So we have been tuned into the hearings for any initial information that we can glean from that. But next steps would be to pursue getting documents and/or interviews from the folks who are involved in all these processes. But I think that our best use of time now is to start that process of determining which types of documents we're going to ask for, but most importantly, to be tuned into these public hearings, because this is testimony that is being given from folks in the industry. So it's important initial information that we can glean.
All righty. Well, we'll keep an eye on that and keep in touch with you on what's going on as well. Harris County Attorney Christian Menefee, thank you for your time this morning, and good luck with your efforts going forward.
Thank you.